What cardinal sin do you embody? I've come up with this experiment roughly a year ago where every once or twice a month I reflect on myself and I think of what cardinal sin I embody the most at that particular moment. Now, I can't claim to be the origin of this idea because what's original these days, but there was no source of inspiration for this. It was sort of off the top. For me personally, when I was younger, my main cardinal sin that I embodied was most definitely pride. But now, as I've reached the seasoned age of 24, a lot of that pride has been substituted with anger. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, why are you so angry, Tim? Well, in the arenas that I battle with, which is healthcare, medicine, academics, research, education, philosophy, I think you can get a lot of exposure to a lack of competency. You can also get a lot of exposure to people's various idiosyncrasies that might diverge you from the actual goal that you were trying to pursue. And we can all lack competency. If I don't have my 12 grams of caffeine or whatever, I will be slow as bricks. But that really frustrates me. And there are times where people will do things and my jaws start clenching out of anger and I try to quiet myself down. Another thing that angers me is this concept of growing older. And I'm saying growing older and not getting older because I'm not just adding numbers to my age. I am constantly a self-improvement project, which, whether that's healthy or not, is a topic that we will explore in a future video of mine. But regardless, as I grow older, I realize that it's easier to lose empathy with my younger self. I see my younger self as a person that hasn't quite had those key character developing moments yet. And as a result, when I see people who share those characteristics that I used to have, which was spineless, cowardice, prideful, and arrogant, and that concept also gets me really upset because I lose empathy for those people in extension as well. So these are just some of the little things that get this boy right here upset. There might be some of those that are saying that in these arenas that bear as much responsibility as healthcare does, or academics, or philosophy, or whatever, you're sort of justified in being impatient because that crack of the whip calls out the weakness and it makes people better. But what I realized from my limited sample size of life experiences is that patience often breeds, engenders, and facilitates competency. And I don't want us to get into this view of good and bad here. I understand that the word sin has a negative connotation, but I want us to go a bit above that, beyond good and evil. Can you tell that I've been reading Nietzsche? Because I think people, when they think of sin, they think you need to just get rid of it altogether. But I'd rather view it as an objective fact. Currently, Tim, at age 24, is a person that embodies anger more. But in a couple years, that testosterone's going to leave me at frighteningly fast speeds, and I will be probably not as angry as I am currently, and some other sin will be what I embody. And so now, instead of me trying to get rid of my anger, I want to capitalize on it and use it for my productivity. I let that heat and that anger that just creeps over my neck, I let that fuel my passion and my creativity. I think about the cruel, rather injustices of the world or facts of the world, and that makes me more impassioned to try to make a change. Now, I know I'm espousing a lot of philosophy here that you might not necessarily agree with, but regardless, I'd like to ask you all this question, which is, what cardinal sin do you currently embody the most? What cardinal sin did you embody? And I'd really challenge you to be as brutally honest as you can, because I think this is a really cool exercise. I feel like I've gained a lot of insight into my character, and I've been able to think about how to implement a better system to fully utilize my weaknesses and my strengths. I look forward to reading your cerebrally stimulating responses, and I will see you all in the next video.